are the things that happened this week. These are the things that happened this month. Week. This is how I use my adult money.
Am I the asshole for telling my brother-in-law to get over himself and quit holding a 10-year-old's grudge? I think I'm already biased against OP, not because of where he ended up on the internet, but because I hold grudges like a motherfucker and they're almost always justified. My brother-in-law, married to my sister, is a general contractor. About 10 years ago, my dad and brother were building a deck at my parents' home. They asked my brother-in-law if they could borrow his skid loader, but he said no. I have to know what type you're asking for because I worked in a warehouse before, and are you talking about the little pumpy ones, which I've never heard been called a skid loader, or are you talking about the powered ones like the forklifts? Because one of those you need a license for, and both of them are expensive. They prepared the ground as best they could without the skid loader.
So I am confusion.
Do I need to Google this? 1 second. Alright, yeah, no, obviously you can't just borrow that piece of equipment. Are you bonkers? Do you just ask people to borrow dump trucks and like cranes and stuff too? That's not normal. You can't just ask for that. You could pay your contractor brother-in-law to do it because he's certified, but you can't just be like, yes, give me this heavy equipment that is extremely expensive and you need like a lot of insurance. Don't be stupid. They prepared the ground as best they could without the skid loader, but got to a point where they couldn't go without it. They went to my sister's house to ask again, but found out brother-in-law went out of town. They talked my sister into letting them borrow it, so she took them down to his construction lot and they hooked it up to his dad's truck. Are you f***ing insane? Are you f***ing insane? Also, the sister, my guy, because your husband said no, and he had probably a very logical reason, which is expensive, heavy machinery should not be given to random people, you know? And you went, ah, yes, he already said no, but I'm gonna go behind his back and do it anyway? So people have no respect for anyone. This next part I'm not sure of since I don't know much about towing, but from what I was told, Dad's truck wasn't big enough or powerful enough to tow the skid loader on the dump trailer, so he lost control and wrecked. Wow. It's almost as if you need specialized equipment to haul specialized equipment and someone who is trained to use the specialized equipment to use a move. This is why you're on Am I the Devil. The truck, trailer, and skid loader were totaled. The insurance was barely enough to cover the medical costs and the truck. There was none left over to cover brother-in-law's stuff. Shouldn't the insurance have gone directly to the brother-in-law's stuff before the medical stuff? How does that work? How does that work? Because you just took this guy's and you stole his and then you ruined his but the insurance is going to your medical bills? Keska. When he got back to town, he exploded, for good reason. He threatened to sue, and things just went downhill from there. He shouldn't have threatened, he should have just sued you. My parents are not rich, and he wouldn't have gotten anything, so in the end, sister talked him into letting it go. I'm seeing a common problem here, and it's not your stupidity or entitlement. It is the sister. However, from that day on, he wouldn't have anything to do with our family, for good reason. For good reason. Are you surprised? He doesn't come for birthdays, holidays, nothing at all. Next month's our parents' 50th anniversary, and we're planning a big family gathering to celebrate. We're also chipping in to send our parents on a cruise to Mexico because they've never been out of the country. What does brother-in-law have to do with this? I spoke to sister about it the other day, and she said she's coming with the kids, but brother-in-law is not coming. I was fine with that, but when we were discussing their portion of the cruise money, I heard him yelling in the background to deduct their portion of the cost of the skid loader and the dump trailer. That me off. So after my call with sister, I called brother-in-law and told him to get over himself. I told him my father and brother made a mistake, but that was 10 years ago and he needs to let it go. Do you not understand how expensive those things are? And you want to take more money from him? He drew a very firm boundary, and that is, I'm not with your family anymore, sweetie, okay? I said no, you ignored my no, you went behind my back, and then immediately ruined my stuff, and then did not pay me back, did not apologize, told me to get over myself, and spent the insurance money on the medical bills as if that was the priority. And I'm sorry, this may seem mean, but in my core, I am a hater. And also, the father was clearly okay? He wasn't dead. He wasn't in a coma. So that money should have been put somewhere else. That should have been their burden for their stupidity. It's called the stupid tax for a reason. How did these people get out of paying the stupid tax? He said he'll let it go when they give them the money he lost. I told him he's an ass for holding on to a grudge and putting money in the way of my family relationship. You don't care about the family relationship. You don't care. All you want is money so that you can send your entitled parents on a cruise. They already got a free ride to the hospital is what I'm saying. I don't think they need anything more. Sister called me a few minutes ago and said they're not coming and that I was out of line. We argued for a bit and that's where it stands. I don't think I'm wrong for telling him to let go of the past, but they're not coming to the anniversary party now, so I'm not sure. You don't care that they're not coming to the anniversary party. You care that you might have to chip in a little bit to send your parents on a cruise. That's all you care about. I would feel horrible if I had done what you did, and I'd be doing everything I could to pay the guy back. But not only did you not pay the guy back, not apologize, but constantly be like, actually, you're the problem. I stole from you. I ruined your stuff. I got hurt while stealing your stuff, but you're the problem.
Let's be clear, I did absolutely nothing wrong. I'm not to blame, it's not my fault.
Answers to your questions. Let's get something straight. You are not starting off with a good tone there. Let's get something straight. My dad and my brother are not bad people. No, they're a little bit entitled. You're the bad person. They're good people who made a mistake. Mistakes are mistakes. I get that, but you do have to pay it back. You have to make up for your mistakes. Otherwise, it's just you being an asshole. They couldn't pay back brother-in-law because he wanted almost $70,000. And again, we're not rich. Yes, well, you should have thought about that before you asked for that industrial-grade machinery. You could have just hired the brother-in-law to do it. But no, you wanted it for free. And you took it. No matter what anyone said, you're like, I'm gonna have this. You should have just paid the brother-in-law to do the work on backyard. You're not rich, but your dad had to buy another truck because he needed it to go to work. You don't need a truck to go to work, you pavement princess. Okay? You don't need a truck. The f are you talking about? On the other hand, brother-in-law had 3 other sets of skid loaders and dump trailers on his lot that day. So he could take the financial hit. While my parents would be homeless. Don't do that you can't afford to make up for if you. It doesn't matter that he had other machines on his lot. You really think you're entitled enough to think that not only do you deserve this $70,000 piece of equipment, that it's okay if you just flush all that money down the toilet and impact his business and impact his life and his finances because you have other expensive toys. I can break this expensive toy because you have those expensive toys. You're a brat. You're a stupid brat. My God. We'd be fighting. If you lived in my family, you'd have your beat. The cruise to Mexico isn't some millionaire trip. The total cost is about $3,000, and it'll take over 20 people to pay for that. Again, we're not rich. Yeah, just cutting in because I misunderstood it, but I did the math, and it's $60,000 that this cruise is. The skid loader that the guy said that he had was under $70,000. So, we're gonna be homeless. We can't pay that, but you can pay almost exactly that to to put your parents on a trip you guys could all pitch in? I guess you can afford it, huh? I guess it's kind of easy when you guys all come together and make up for the family's mistakes to afford something, huh? No 70K for you, only 70K for me. It's me the baby, me the princess, me get everything. OP, if you see this, I hope you stub your toe every day of your life. But also, it's okay to want nice things for people. It doesn't mean you have to have it, you know? You can want your parents to have a luxury cruise. And you can understand that that's just not in the cards for you. It's not in the cards for me. I want to go to Greece. I can't afford that. I can't afford to go to Ireland. I can't afford to take a cruise. I'd like to do all those things. That's just how life is, okay? Sometimes we don't get what we want. And we especially don't get what we want when we owe someone $70,000. This is definitely the type of thing that you'd have to take a loan out for to pay him back. Like, if you were just a good person, you'd be taking out a loan to pay the guy back. I don't know what possessed the sister to be like, no, don't sue them. And I don't know how Wits he is in this situation to be like, oh, you're right, honey, I won't sue them. But yeah, I can see why you ended up on Am I the Devil? Long story short, my male 32 girlfriend, female 31, and I had just moved into an apartment together a few months ago, and I've been slacking on the cleaning. She hasn't really said anything, but I've noticed her saying things under her breath or making some comment during dinner. Okay, so she has said stuff numerous times. I'm not a misogynist. I know men gotta clean stuff too. I just never really did much of it. I mean, I cleaned, of course, just not like my neat freak girlfriend. You're not a misogynist. Not outwardly, at least. You are a misogynist in the way that you use weaponized incompetence to do all the misogyny, but like secretly. You can't even be like a full misogynist. You have to be the version of the misogynist. The one that's like, oh no, I don't know how to sweep a floor. You know who you are.
Oh no, I don't do it as well as you. Oh no, I don't do it the same way she does it, so I might as well just not do it at all, but I'm not a misogynist.
OP, the world sees through you. Anyways, I decided to clean the house before she got home from the gym, but I hadn't finished by the time she got home. Mind you, when she came home and saw what I was doing, she was really, really happy. I got a big smooch and the promise of some fun times after her shower. So naturally, I wanted to hurry up and get it done. Don't you love it when men have to be bribed with sex to do the bare minimum? Our bathroom is kind of big, so I figured I could sneak in while she was showering. The shower curtain is dark, so you can't even see through it, to get them cleaning done. I do have a tendency to get distracted, so while I was bringing in stuff to quickly clean the floor, I left my phone playing the podcast I was listening to in the other room. Not thinking, I just quickly mixed together some bleach and vinegar to get it cleaned fast. I know what you're thinking. Yes, I'm an idiot. I figured the vinegar would speed up the process. I didn't even think about how bad it smelled. Well, after I mixed it, I quickly went to grab my phone and turn the podcast off when I heard my girlfriend scream. I run back into the bathroom, but the steam was literally burning my eyes. She had this shower so hot, and she comes out fully naked, mind you, yelling and calling me an idiot and everything. She dumps the cleaning stuff down the drain and closed the bathroom door, literally freaking out at me. Again, she's butt naked, and we're at the living room at this point, with windows pointed at the courtyard. I don't think that's on the top of her mind right now. She went, oh my god, you are finally doing work. You're finally clean. You never do that. I'm so excited with you doing the bare minimum that I'm gonna give you a blowy afterwards. And you went, hi, yes. Yes, I like sex with my woman. So I'm gonna go chlorine gas my woman to death. You couldn't leave the alone to have a shower. Are you aware that if she had gotten severely ill, if she had ended up having to go to the hospital because of this, or if for whatever reason she died because of the literal chlorine gas bomb you put in her bathroom, are you aware that you would go to jail? Do you have any idea of what could have happened? I don't think anyone cares that she's butt-ass naked near the windows. Long story short, she's on the patio crying and she told me she's not mad at me, but she needs time to heal. And I should probably drive around for a bit. So now I'm sitting in my car wondering, what the hell did I do to... What the hell did you do to upset her? You committed a war crime. You committed a war crime on her. That's what you did. That's illegal. That's illegal. What did you do? You war crimed her. You stupid. I'm scandalized. I'm fully scandalized. Oh, I only gassed her. What did I do? Happy fun. We take the anger up into our chest and we push it out, manifesting it into a curse that will make his balls get cancer. I hope you get ball cancer. The comments are great. I know what you're thinking, and yes, I'm an idiot. As the comments would reveal, he does not know what we are thinking. Oh, I also love, too, that he's like, oh, my eyes were burning. Not because of the chlorine gas I made, but because my wife takes such hot showers, such ridiculously hot showers, that it made my eyes burn and I couldn't breathe.
Make sure you get the middle back too, Mom.
What the f is going on here? Why is your mother shaving your back? You're like 30.
Not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Love you. It's not an ideal living situation because Matt is a total mama's boy. Good morning.
Morning.
Time to get up.
She's got the full Karen haircut.
Here you go. You're welcome. How are you?
Good.
And she really brings him coffee. She's gonna be weird. You're gonna be weird. You're gonna walk in and it's probably set up by production, let's be real. But you're gonna do that and you're not gonna bring her coffee as well, you God damn.
Okay, Shiki. Open.
Oh no. Oh
I
no.
made it with all my love. Enjoy it.
This is really,
Oh
really good.
no.
I love to feed chicken, and always I'm going to do it.
Are you?
It's a very beautiful feeling.
It's a feeling that should have stopped after he was like 12.
His Nada's mom, especially with him modeling now and has been modeling. When my friends see pictures of Michael and they're like drooling, you know, I'm proud.
For good reason.
I don't mind. Let them drool. That's my son. I'm proud of him. And he does look good. And he works so hard to make himself look this good. So, you know, why not? I don't mind sharing it.
Lord Business, or as you think you know him, President Business, stole the Craggle, the most powerful object in the universe. Blah, blah, blah. Proper name.
Wait. Sorry, I was off in La La Land, Simpland. You're not sharing your son with the people oogling and the Whitman and the girls because you're his mother. You're not sharing your son. It's just your. That was real creepy. Oh God, but he is eye candy, Bill.
Okay, so
What's the real question? Like, I'm curious.
you took him to Santa Monica because you wanted to live by the beach.
Yeah.
That didn't work out so well, did it?
The house burnt down. Wait a second. Is it this? I think this is the one with the house burnt down. I can't go back. I'm not closing it. I'm pretty sure this is the one with the house burnt down. I don't think you'd be like, it didn't end up so well, did it? If the house burnt down. Like,
No, not like us three.
exactly.
Is it even gonna be like just me and you? Like that?
No.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
The rolly eyes. No. The answer is the answer should be yes. You're not your son. Valentine's Day is for lovers. It's for couples.
Probably. What do you think Kim and I need to do about Valentine's Day?
I think you need to, well, spice it up. You know what I mean? because I go down the hall sometimes and I don't hear anything.
Oh my
Oh my god.
I'm like right here, you know.
Right?
What are you doing here?
Ugh.
We're all gonna have Valentine's Day together. So Emily's invited. Of course, you're invited. You're number one as always.
Of course. I am number one.
My son wants to get something beautiful for his girlfriend with a little bit of razzle-dazzle for Valentine's Day.
Look at her face. She's like, what the hell is
Hoping
going
that
on
you
here?
could help us.
I've been in business for 13 years. I do not have a lot of mothers and sons shopping for lingerie at my store. We have...
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that is nice. She would love that.
I would love that. I'm
Ugh.
kind of her
I was
size.
like, I would love that, but
I could see me wearing that too.
Yeah, I can too. I think let's do this. Let's get two
they
of them,
are
one for her, then
traumatizing
we'll
these
get,
poor
Kim this as
workers.
well.
So I'll wrap it up for
Okay.
you. I don't know about the mom and the girlfriend wearing the same robe.
They
I mean,
same.
I'm not a therapist or psychologist, but that's gonna be an issue, I think.
Well, that was the video. Thank you for watching the video. Yes, this is a pre-recorded ending so that I stopped forgetting to put them into the videos. If you like what you just saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. If you hate it, let me know that you hate it. Any interaction at all helps me in the algorithm. I am but a very teeny channel, but if you want to support me, there will be links in the description for a Patreon. There will be a free tier and tiers from $5 up. Basically, it's just a place to find informations on upcoming videos. You can suggest what type of stuff you want to see there. And of course, if you want to support me, you can support me in this economy so I could put out a video more than every 15 days, which seems to be the current schedule. If you want to see more of my stuff, there's going to be something on the screen showing you to my latest video and the video that you are most likely to like from my channel. So go and check those out and support the channel. Y'all are awesome. I'll see you when I see you.